Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at probably my last Marvel Legends figure I'll ever buy. I keep saying that, but then something keeps coming out. So this is the new retro Hobgoblin. Popped up at my local Walmart the other day. So we'll take a quick look at him. I'm fairly confident that we've looked at this mold a few times. I know we've looked at the Hobgoblin before, but this does look a little different than the Hobgoblin we've looked at before, and we'll get into that in just a moment here. But yeah, there he is in his packaging, so let's just go ahead and get him open. This is obnoxious packaging. Alright, so we got a little pumpkin bomb. Looks like it's a clear plastic with some digital paint applied. I gotta say, the digital paint on this doesn't look that great. The black part, anyway. It's pretty easily... in person, I don't know how well it's coming off in camera, but you can pretty much easily tell that it's digital paint. Just kind of looks bleh. Whatever. Here's his pumpkin bag. So you got that. This looks identical to the Green Goblin one, so I mean that's not too surprising. You know, it's like one and done, really. Here's the glider. That one does look different. It's completely different than the Goblin mold. I don't have the Hobgoblin one, so I can't compare the two. So. Alright, and here he is out of the packaging. So he's got the same cape as the old one. He's got the hood that doesn't quite go to the cape. I wish it was just one piece. I mean, I know that would restrict the head movement, but it would look cleaner right here. But I'll be posing him this way, so it won't really bother me. Got a pretty good face sculpt going. Again, I don't have the other Hobgoblin, so I can't tell you the difference. But I know the other one came with like the demonic face too. He does not have scales, so that is something that is different about him than the Green Goblin. So he's not just a straight repaint of the Hobgoblin mold, because the Hobgoblin mold had scales, much like the reuse of the Green Goblin. So this is the retro Green Goblin as well. So yeah, you can see body-wise they're the same, looks like. Different belt, you know, he's got the cape, different head, different sculpted arms because they're not, and different boots too. So yeah, this is more like the animated Hobgoblin, which I mean I like. And then different gliders. So it's one of the better cases of Hasbro reusing a mold 1,000 times. You know, if I had piles of Marvel Legends, which, you know, a lot of people do, I would easily be able to, like, well, these boots are from Captain America, probably. The legs are from, I don't know, random Joe Blow number 7. You know, it's like, but seeing as I only have 2 Marvel Legends in my collection, Hobgoblin and Green Goblin now, it makes it easy for me to, or it makes it an easier pill to swallow. Oh, and the Demo Goblin, which has his parts. His scales, anyway, I believe. So, it is nice to have the two, and they look differently than each other. So, let's see. Posability, his head's on the ball joint with the hinge. So, up to there, down to there, left and right. No issues there. Shoulders rotate they get kind of caught up in there. And hinge out to the side, bicep swivel, double bend elbow, and wrist swivel and hinges in and out. Ab crunch, waist swivel, hips up to there, back to there, out to the side, thigh swivel, double bend knee, boot swivel, tilt, and rocker. So yeah, pretty good range of motion. You know, your typical fare with Marvel Legends. Nothing fancy, nothing to write home about, really. It works. Let's see, how can I get this on him? Let's see. Easiest way to be, let's see if I can pull the head off. I do kind of wish he came with, like, the animated Jason McIndale head. This shoulder is really tight. I don't like that. So I could pose him like that, you know, with the head on. And I wish he would have came with a full cape, not the tattered one. And there we go. Yeah, and then we can take the glider and just slide that on. I can tell you right now this isn't going to work very well. I need another stand. Yeah, this doesn't. It's pretty small. And it's angled funky. Yeah, I don't know. Guys. I think that's the glider's kind of a fail. Yeah. That's a shame. I mean, I don't know, like, how I could do that differently. I mean, it's so small, and it just looks silly. So, all right, so I'm going to say the glider's a fail. The figure on a whole is fine. I mean, if you're in the market for a Hobgoblin, or you don't have a Hobgoblin, or, you know, you have one but you want another one, because you never have too many goblins. You know, you can always be like, oh, this is the Jason McIndale Hobgoblin, and the other one could be the Roderick Kingsley Hobgoblin. So if you're in the market for a Hobgoblin, then you're not going to be unsatisfied. If you're looking for a high quality figure that works well with all his accessories, probably a pass. Yeah, I really hope like a Mafex or SH do get some goblins in there. But these are the two retro goblins, Hobgoblin and Green Goblin. So, as a whole, I'll probably give him a 8 out of 10. Yeah, the fact that glider doesn't work right sucks, but I mean, what else can you do, really? I don't know. It's nice to have a Hobgoblin in the collection again, but at the same time, I'm not like overwhelmed with like happiness with having him. It's underwhelming, and that goes back into the fact that I've seen this mold 1,000 times, and the typical problems I have with Marvel Legends figures as a whole. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. It gets boring, it gets tedious, it's not fun, it's not exciting, it's just more, well, there we go, we got another one for the shelf. And that's why I don't collect Marvel Legends typically. But the goblins have always been... goblins always hold a special place in my heart. So I have to, I had to get him so that I could have at least one representation of each of the main three. So, you know, like I said, if Mafex did one, I'm trading them out in a heartbeat. These guys, as far as I'm concerned, are just placeholders, and at least they're cheap. But yeah, it's a decent offering. Nothing amazing, nothing terrible. Just it's a decent offering. So decent goblin.